Radio Arena in Newcastle, England. Bout number 4, ready for the ring walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the contender ring from Newark, New Jersey, representing the USA, Jerson, Ravelo.
29 years old, born in the Dominican Republic, moved to New Jersey as a grade schooler, started boxing at age 12, became a U.S. citizen in '98, and recently signed as a new member of the Tournament of Contenders. Now, a chance to shine as part of that Contender Team USA. Jerson Ravelo. Took 17 months off, missed all of 2005, had won then 4 fights in a row, then suffered a loss to the highly ranked Alan Green. Now he's looking to bounce back off of that in impressive fashion. But to do so, he has to get by a younger, undefeated fighter in front of his home fans.
And now, making his entrance to the Contender Arena from his home city of Newcastle, representing Great Britain, Buchanan!
It's like a dream becoming a reality. A moment like this for a full-time worker here in this city who reads gas meters for a living. Hasn't fought in 16 months. Born and raised right here in Newcastle. The only hometown guy for the UK team. But John Rawling, this is a step up.
It certainly is. It's a huge step up for him, but terrific reception from this crowd here. And if there's one man on the UK team who really stands to be raised by the passionate support here on Tyneside, then it can possibly be this man. But it's a big, big ask.
Tail of the tape. Ravelo, 6'2", Buchanan, 5'10".
Line right there. There's the line right there. Touch him up. 8 rounds. Come out at the bell. Good luck.
Jerson Ravelo. Let me throw this out there before this first round starts. In his last 3 fights before the loss to Alan Green, which obviously losing to Alan Green, no shame there, he had scored 7 first-round knockdowns.
Round 1.
Round 1, Ravelo in the red, Buchanan in the blue.
Talk about the disadvantages that Buchanan has. Stepping way up in class, coming into the most important, maybe the most dangerous fight of his career with 1 year and 4 months of inactivity. But let's talk about one of the advantages, maybe the most important one that Buchanan may have. Ravelo was knocked out in his last fight. And until you get in there again and make it right, there's doubt in the corners of a fighter's mind. Am I all right? It's up to Buchanan to say no. No, you're not all right.
Typically, John, many times we see when that's the case, the opponent come out and really take it to a guy and test him early. Not the case so far with Buchanan. Not his temperament.
No, well, I fear he may be intimidated by the occasion. I hope I'm wrong. Ravelo, the man he beat, of course, Alan Green, absolutely no disgrace in losing that fight. Very tough man from Oklahoma.
Well, if there's fear for Buchanan, that fear should be towards the right hand of Ravelo. That's where he looks for his confidence and his power. He'll loop it sometimes, He's better served when he throws it straight. You know, one thing Ravelo has going for him, his only 2 losses, he's been knocked out both times. A bad thing. The good thing tonight, he doesn't have to maybe worry about the one thing, Joe and John, that's been a kink in his armor, the knockout. He's fighting a guy 8-0-1 with only 1 knockout. So the one weakness Ravelo has shown throughout his career in the pros is something that should not be a problem tonight, and that's power. When power has not been part of the equation, Ravelo has won.
Nothing to worry about. Puts out that jab coming off the hip. Circles on the outside. Ravelo looks very, very comfortable in this opening round.
Ravelo with the experience advantage, and you can see with the length and height advantage, he can catch Buchanan way before Buchanan can get close enough to catch him.
That straight right hand to the body was an example of it, and he goes there again.
Any bad neighborhoods in London, John? Because for Buchanan to win, he has to go through a bad neighborhood. He has to try to get in close with the longer Ravelo, and there's danger.
There's some tasty places in Newcastle. There certainly are.
Better get there.
Deep breath. Deep breath, baby.
Nettles Nasser, Jersey-based trainer.
That right hand, step over. Give him that walk. Step 1, step over here, boom, and then let him run into that right hand, all right? And get your distance on that right hand.
You've got to keep that top bit moving all the time. Hands nice and high. That was a good start. It was a good start. It's a long way to go. Hands nice and high. Relax.
Keep moving your top half and keep your hands
Keep that up. Keep your hands up.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Round 2 of the Contender Challenge, UK versus USA. And you heard the corner of Paul Buchanan saying it's a long way to go after that first round. It better be, because the UK team cannot afford a Ravelo knockout win. If Ross Minter in fight number 2 of this challenge could have held on at the end, well, then the Americans would be looking to even this up at 2 apiece, but that wasn't the case. Freddie Curiel, in what was so far the most dramatic and sensational moment of this Contender Challenge in the second fight, scored an impressive come-from-behind 8th round knockout, and now Jerson Ravelo, the newest member of the Tournament of Contenders signing a promotional contract, has a chance to put the Americans up 3-1.
If Buchanan's going to win this fight, I'm going to take the chance of saying very early it's not going to be on the outside. Ravelo just too quick and too long for Buchanan to have that kind of success on the outside. Buchanan's going to have to do that. Get close. Either get Ravelo to come to him and give up his height, or do it the old-fashioned way. Use your jab, use your feet, and close the gap and get close to the taller Ravelo.
Buchanan landed a decent left hook inside. That's probably his best shot of the fight so far. Maybe his only meaningful shot of the fight so far.
I agree with you. One of the opportunities is right there for him to walk in. He has to notice what Ravelo is giving him at the moment he's giving it and take advantage. Buchanan does. Ravelo keeping that left hand down around his hip. When he does that, it's not in punching position. It has to come up to the punching chamber before it can be dangerous. That's a moment where Buchanan, I believe, right now, has to not stay out there, but has to walk in and close that gap that's given to him.